Well, Andre, congratulations on another victory. I guess, man, at this point in your career, to have a 4-fight win streak, 6-1 in your last 7, I mean, what does a victory tonight mean to you?
That's mean a lot, but I was scared, and my coaches were scared, and I mentioned in an interview before that I have to stick with game plan. I didn't stick with game plan, even like 99%, so I'm super upset, and I was really worried when one first judge gave 3 rounds to Jake. It was PPP.
What was it difficult for you to stick to the game plan? Was it something that he was doing, or was it?
I don't know. I just like, what, I was kind of surprised because he gave me pressure all the 3 rounds, and and I thought maybe he's gonna give up in the middle second or third round, but he came back and said, "What the fuck?" And but thanks God, I did keep my hands up. I just got 1 cut. He got more cuts because I saw that my jabs, my right hand landed, so I missed a couple spinning back fists, but overall. It was okay, and I still have to work on my wrestling, no doubt about
it. The clashes of heads that kept happening, I guess, how difficult was that? Was that affecting you at all when the heads were?
No, it wasn't, but I was scared that I'm gonna cut. It's only what I was worried about. But thanks God, everything good. So no cuts, just except this one. But doctor did a great job, and.
I know you said that you were concerned. I guess did you think maybe you had done enough to win, or did you think you had lost? I mean, how did you feel overall with the score?
No, I kind of first question was to Mike, Paulina, and Steve. What do you think, guys? I think we're okay, but I was worried after first round, and when Bruce Buffer said first judge gave him all 3 rounds, it was what? And I start blaming myself. Come on, guy, it was super easy. Just stick with game plan. You're talking about all the time, and you don't do this shit. Come on, and yeah.
Maybe it's just a little more experience, and then you'll be able to stick to the game plan. You're still pretty new.
Hope so. You see, even you having fun of me there.
Nice. Last thing for me, Andrea, we know you'll fight anybody, but I guess what's the plan from here? Do you need some time off? Do you try to book something quickly? What's the plan?
I'm going to have some time off, for 45 days. Doctor put me on the hold for 45 days, and but definitely I know Paulina, he just going to give me 10 days for rest and come back to the gym. Don't be like a so, yeah.
Well, after you go through then, I know you said you want to go back and work on the wrestling. Is that the main thing that you want to try to focus on, or is there anything else in the fight that you maybe...
Thanks God I saw all his punches, and just somehow I just receive elbow, but I need to work a little on my wrestling. I have great coach, Steve Marcus, so I just why, I'm so stupid, why I don't use this, I just... We did okay, we came here before they came when we were in the American top team, just it was stupid takedown in the 3rd round, and it might cost me my victory. So I need to just put my shit together and just focus.
And I know you referenced the game plan and what you kind of went away from it. I know you elaborated on it a little bit already, but lay it out for us. What were you supposed to do from round 1 to round 3, and at what point did you start stepping away from what was
first round? I'm supposed to move around at least first 2.5, 3 minutes, and after that I'm supposed to leave some start landing some kicks punches, but I was stood in front of him and just receive all these punches. And I was surprised because in the middle, by end of the 2nd and 3rd round, Jake, he was kind of I thought he's done, but he's came back again and said, "Come on, guy, let's be serious." But he's keep coming, and thanks God what I did. Okay, I kept my hands up, and I just I did rolls what I did with my coach Paulina and Artem.
I know you've seen a lot of things in your career and your experience. You've fought all around the world and seen a lot of different guys. The commentary made the discussion at some point that Jake coming in and having experience at a lighter weight, say middleweight, that he would come in moving or have the mindset of, say, a lighter weight in the way some of his movements and maybe some of his pressure. When you were a little surprised and you said that you were surprised he kept coming forward on some of these things, did you see any glimpses of what they were maybe sort of referencing, like this guy maybe used to fight at a lighter weight? Did he look like some of those?
To be honest with you, I didn't know that he was a champion, and at 185, Mike Brown mentioned yesterday. But yeah, he's kept like giving me pressure all the time. That's why, like, I'm super upset because I didn't move like side to side. It's supposed to be touch and go, touch and go, touch and go. But I was stood in front of him and.
Well, I know, like you said, you got things you want to go back and work on. Are there points when you get to a fight like this, when challenges are presented that you were like, wow, we weren't sort of expecting this, and you still are able to overcome them? Does that still give you extra bit of pleasure that challenges are coming your way, that you've been around for so long and you've seen so much, but little wrinkles still present themselves in the fight, and then you're able to overcome them?
The biggest pressure I'm giving to myself, because I'm pushing myself all the time, and just like I need to like do like I guess even more, and now I have to do like smarter with Artyom, like he's like 6-time world champion in Muay Thai and kickboxing, so I just like need to use his experience, have great coaches, Paulina Hernandez, Mike Brown, Steve Moko. I just need to again put everything together. Just it's like I said before, I still have like small window, some small period of time. Just come on, guy, just be serious, do what you have to do.
And I know you're always very hard on yourself, but are you still going to celebrate the win a little bit? Or
No, of course we're going to celebrate. Today, 3 guys from American Top Team got W, so of course.
is that a little bit, when something like that happens, that sort of make the night that much better when you as a team, you guys have such a strong showing? How important is that, and how good does that feel?
Feels great, but be honest with you, it's going to be a secret between you and me. I'm more selfish, but I'm super happy for guys, I'm super happy for American Top Team. We got 3, like I said, 3 Ws tonight, and thanks God, I'm one step closer. I did another small step to reach my goal.
Congrats on the victory.
Thank you very much.
Right here. I was just wondering, at this point, a monumental night of your career here, at this point, what would you say is the most memorable moment of your career?
At this point,
Yeah.
I'm 43 and still fighting.
Good enough. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hello.
So we'll let you get a drink first.
Oh, no, let's go.
Cool. All right.
Ready when you are.
Well, obviously, the biggest fight of your career, UFC main event, you turned in an absolutely phenomenal performance. So I guess just let us know how you're feeling right now.
I feel great. I feel good in there. I just think everything I worked for my whole life today was like a result of it, and I feel very composed in there. And in that 4th and 5th round, I feel like nothing wasn't even happening. So, and I picked him apart. I heard him, and it was close to put him out a couple of times, but gotta be smart in there. Some people get too crazy when they hurt the opponent, and then they gassed out. So you gotta be smart in the long run. So I tried, but I'm happy with the performance. I'm happy with what I did to him, especially in base. He was talking a little shit that he's kind of too good, too technical. So now he see what's up.
Nice. Let's go back to yesterday when he missed his weight by 2.5 pounds. I'm just curious kind of what your thoughts were. I mean, obviously you took the fight, no problem, but did it give you any kind of indication of something good or bad about him?
He just told me how big the guy is for the division. Some 35ers should fight at 45, but seems like they don't have the balls to do it. They know how to cut away. And I don't have any problem about it, but I do believe big weight cuts, it's just as equal as cheating. So, I'm a guy that keep my weight at 52, 55, but it's also because I'm training year-round. So if you're not consistent enough, it will catch up to you one day, and we showed that tonight.
Nice. As the fight started tonight, he did have a good opening round, and he was doing pretty well in the second, of course, until you caught him as well. I guess, how did you feel the fight was playing out early on?
In the first round, I was trying to see his speed and everything. I didn't want to get too crazy. He was putting numbers together, but I think I was catching and seeing everything, and I felt confident there. I feel like if I didn't adjust earlier, it's because I was feeling confident. But at the end of the day, you gotta get always better. Gotta figure it out how to just improve. And next fight, probably I'm gonna do something different and just start a little faster. But it's a process. Every time you get in there, you learn the job. So I feel confident with the skills we showed today, and I feel like we're just getting better. I'll be back in the gym next week, and we go from there.
Were you surprised at all that you weren't able to put him away? I mean, you hurt him quite a few times in there. Was there ever a point you think, like, how is this dude still standing?
When he was doing a good job on going to the single, like when he was hurt, and I have experience in there, so I didn't want to get too crazy, trying to finish him. But the couple elbows that I picked to land, he's gonna have a headache tomorrow. So, and that shows in his face. So I just pick him apart. I was like, I show I can hurt him, but I can show I can be composed too. So that's a little more dangerous than a guy that just go crazy and finish the guy, because sometimes you're not able to finish a guy in there. And I showed today that I can be calm and collective in those situations.
And you get both halves of the fight of the night bonus, $100,000 extra tonight. I guess any plans for that extra $100K?
Save it, be smart, and keep forward, keep looking after the next fight. That's a fucking blessing. You get double your money there. So be smart with it, because when this career is over, you better be set.
Last thing for me, I know you said, hey, 2, 3, 4, whoever it is, bring them all on. Are there any of those matchups that mean more to you? I think a lot of people are saying, is Aldo the one that stands out to you? Or did any of them mean more to you than others?
I would love to fight Aldo again, and especially in a 5-rounder, just because he declined a 5-rounder when we fought in last December. So I would love to kick his ass, and if we get to match again, I will finish him. I can guarantee you that.
You did some great damage with the kicks tonight, and especially some of the spinning kicks and then some of the kicks that went upstairs. Was that part of the game plan, or is that just as you felt the fight play itself out and you started to see that his guard was dropping a little bit?
They claim to be very good boxers, right? So what you do to a boxer, you kick him in the face.
When you first hit that first one, did it immediately give you not just a sense of confidence, but did you at that point feel like, wow, he doesn't really have anything to stop what I'm trying to bring?
I just felt like he was in moments at the fight, he was like going really hard. I can feel that he was punching 100% for like 3-4 punches, but after that, he didn't have the endurance to do that for a long time. So I felt like I can throw hard for 25 minutes, and I think that's why I end on top. So I just don't think he was prepared. So if you're not prepared, don't get in there.
When he got into that last round, after he had weathered and took that much damage, did he feel still, did his strikes and stuff still feel as strong as they did early on, or was he pretty depleted from taking that much damage?
He was very depleted. That's why I was able to almost like let him get away with that. But I learned things today, I'm happy I won, but probably I would be happier if I finish him in the 5th. That would be pretty sweet. But I'm just okay with the way the fight went. It was experience, my first 5-rounder, so I'm gonna learn from it, and next time I bring adjustments. I'm gonna stay consistent. I'm gonna stay disciplined, because at the end of the day, this fight is already in the past. I'm looking forward what's next.
And I apologize because I'm going to paraphrase sort of what you said on media day, but I know you brought it out that when it came down to heart and what you had to fight for, that there was no way that he was going to have something more to fight for, or that he was going to fight harder. When it got past the 3rd round, you started getting the championship rounds. Did you tap into that part? Were you tapping in your heart that part? Or did it already happen at that point where you decided he's not going to take this away from me at that point?
I decide that when I took the fight. I decide he's not going to beat me just because I know how much I'm putting into it. I'm not fucking around. I'm not staying at home for 2-3 months and just hanging out. I'm working my ass off every day, and that's the only reason I'm successful today. Hard work pays off. A lot of people say it, but a lot of people just say it. I do it.
And I can't remember if you said already, did you have a chance to talk with him afterwards, or whether immediately in the ring or afterwards in the back? Did you guys have any words exchanged? And if so, what did you guys say?
We didn't say nothing outside the cage, but in the cage, I just shake his hand, and I was like, cool, good fight. Like, hope you the best later. So I'm not looking forward to be friends with nobody in there. But, if you're willing to shake my hand after the fight, regardless of the result, I'm cool with that. If not, I can give 2 fucks about it.
Well, even maybe outside of that, I know maybe if it's not even friends, when you get through some of these challenges where guys push you and take you to maybe a spot that you've never been to, do you ever go back to these people and say, man, I would really like to train with you. I would like to, can we maybe work something out? Or when Or do some of these guys take you to a place where you're just like, nah, I'm done with you after this. I don't want to talk with you.
No, I don't make friends in the industry. Fuck that. My coach makes sure he bring me the right sparring partners and stuff like that. So that's about it. Like, I'm as respectful as you are if you're my opponent, but I'm not trying to train with you. I don't want to be your friend. I want to kick your ass and move forward.
And I guess last thing for me, you know, as that fight was going on, I think all of us sitting here watching it were like, wow, okay, we know which fight's going to be fight of the night. But when that fight was taking place and you could feel the back and forth action, could you feel that something special was happening in there?
I was in the zone. I feel good in there. The connection with the corner was pretty good. Like I was doing what I have told, but I also was doing what I was feeling in there. You know, and it was just, I think it was great. You know, it's my first main event. Can't be bad. You know, so I'm happy to be here, and I'm just excited about the future.
When you went into that last round, what was your corner saying to you? Were they giving you the sense that you were up and that you could take it easy, or were they just like, hey, just stick to your guns and push?
I did ask. I'm like, hey, just in case this fight I don't finish it right now, I'm winning. My corner says, yes, you are. But he also said, you know how these fucking judges are, so go and finish him. And I try, you know, but I was dropping him in every round, so it was kind of hard to fuck with me in this one. They fuck with me in the past, but it was hard to fuck with me tonight.
Congrats on the victory.
Thank you, man.
Question over here. On 2 occasions in this fight, you dropped him at the end of the end of the rounds. I'm just wondering, was that a coincidence, or was there something about your game plan that had it such that you were dropping him at the latter parts of the round?
I was probably not doing. At some point, I was just trying to find good shots instead of like let it go like multiple. And once my coach told me like put them together, something clicked on my head, and you know I put them together. You know I think the reason I put him down in the last 2 rounds is just because I can feel his energy going down. So and my energy won't go down just because I know how much I have of endurance. So I just kind of like finish it strong, and that gives me those things.
This was the first time you were in the 4th and 5th round in your career. How do you rate yourself? How do you rate your performance?
I think it was pretty good. I read it pretty good, but at the end of the day, you always want better. You always want to perfect things. So you know, this was good, but moving forward, we will work for better.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Acá, Chito, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Prensa ecuatoriana. Parecería ser que por lo menos el primer tiempo fue especulativo por parte tuya. ¿Es una firma tuya? Quizás primero trataste de aguardar un poco y después en el segundo asalto, tercer asalto, sí, imponerte. ¿Es clásico tuyo o fue la clave para ganar este compromiso?
Pues el primer asalto me gusta pelear inteligente, me gusta leer a mis oponentes porque a veces sales muy rápido, sales muy alocado y puedes pagar el precio. Entonces me gusta estudiar y ser inteligente al comienzo para poder finalizar fuerte.
¿Sentías que era el día de hoy tu momento de entrar en ese top 5? ¿Sentías que este era el momento?
Pues trabajé para eso, trabajé para que este sea mi momento, trabajé para poder lograrlo de aquella forma y así fue. Trabajé muy fuerte y se me dio lo que tanto quería.
¿Qué se viene después de esto, Chito?
Se vienen cosas grandes y seguiré preparándome para peleas duras y lo que se viene será un mejor.
Saludos para toda la gente de Ecuador que está muy feliz por medio de las redes sociales, lo hace sentir y lo hemos visto por parte de todo el mundo.
La gente de Ecuador sabe que yo cuando salgo a la jaula peleo por todo el país, peleo por la bandera y pues le doy las gracias por el apoyo y que siempre me están apoyando y cada vez se vendrán mejores cosas y pues siempre adelante. Gracias a ti. Good. Thank you guys.